Conservatism emphasizes the importance of tradition, stability, and gradual change in society. It values established institutions, customs, and social norms as a way to maintain order and continuity. Conservatives often prioritize preserving traditional values, such as family structure, religious beliefs, and cultural heritage. They tend to be cautious about rapid social or political reforms, preferring incremental changes that are rooted in existing practices. Nationalism. Nationalism is a political ideology that prioritizes the interests of one's nation or ethnic group above those of others. Nationalists emphasize national unity, identity, and sovereignty, often promoting cultural, linguistic, or historical traditions as a basis for national pride and solidarity. While nationalism can foster a sense of belonging and community, it can also lead to exclusionary or xenophobic attitudes towards outsiders or minority groups. Liberalism. Liberalism places a strong emphasis on individual rights, freedoms, and equality. It advocates for limited government intervention in both personal and economic matters, promoting civil liberties, such as freedom of speech, religion, and assembly. Liberals believe in the power of democracy, rule of law, and the protection of minority rights. Socialism. Socialism seeks to address economic inequality and social injustice through collective ownership of resources and democratic control of the means of production. Socialists argue that capitalism inherently leads to exploitation and inequality. Socialism can take various forms, ranging from democratic socialism, communism. Communism is a political and economic ideology that aims to create a classless, stateless society where the means of production are commonly owned and controlled by the community as a whole. In a communist society, goods and services are distributed based on need rather than profit, and labor is voluntary and cooperative. Environmentalism. Environmentalism is a broad ideology that focuses on protecting the natural environment and promoting sustainable development practices. Environmentalists advocate for conservation efforts, pollution control measures, and policies aimed at addressing climate change and preserving biodiversity. They believe that human activities have a significant impact on the environment and that it is essential to balance economic development with ecological sustainability to ensure the well-being of future generations. Fascism. Fascism is an authoritarian nationalist ideology characterized by dictatorial power, extreme nationalism, and the suppression of dissent. Fascists prioritize the interests of the nation or race above those of individuals, often glorifying military strength and promoting aggressive expansionism. Fascism typically advocates for a centralized authoritarian government led by a single charismatic leader who exerts total control over society and suppresses opposition through censorship, propaganda, and violence. Anarchism. Anarchism advocates for the abolition of all forms of hierarchical authority, including government, capitalism, and organized religion. Anarchists believe in the principles of voluntary cooperation, mutual aid, and direct democracy. Anarchism encompasses a wide range of ideologies, from individualist anarchism, which prioritizes personal autonomy and self-reliance, to social anarchism, which emphasizes collective ownership and community solidarity. Libertarianism. Libertarianism is a political philosophy that prioritizes individual liberty, free markets, and limited government intervention in both personal and economic affairs. Libertarians believe that individuals should be free to live their lives as they choose, as long as they do not infringe upon the rights of others. They advocate for minimal government involvement in areas such as taxation, regulation, and social welfare, arguing that excessive government power inevitably leads to tyranny and oppression. Feminism. Feminism is a social and political movement that advocates for gender equality and the empowerment of women. Feminists seek to challenge and dismantle patriarchal systems and structures that perpetuate gender-based discrimination, inequality, and violence. They work to promote women's rights, expand opportunities for women in all areas of society, and challenge traditional gender roles and stereotypes.